STARFIELD. This game has been subject for a lot of controversy recently. Is it Bethesda's best game? Is it Xbox's comeback game? Am I here to answer these questions? Not really. But I am here to tell you why I'm addicted to this game. Bethesda games have always had a way of keeping me in a chokehold, and this game is no different. STARFIELD is a massive space RPG with over 1,000 explorable planets to discover, tons of customization, deep quest lines, character builds, and beautiful settings to explore. And a lot of bugs. See, when playing a Bethesda game, you kinda have to go in knowing you're about to play a fucking mess. I mean, look at this! Yet, these are some of the greatest games of all time. Why is that? STARFIELD embraces this messy but efficient formula that Bethesda has adopted. It brings something unique to their catalog, but doesn't stray too far from what they're known for. In order to really talk about a game this big, we have to do this in segments. Number 1, graphics. So this game is really pretty. I mean, compared to the worlds we usually see from Bethesda, this game is a work of art. Every planet has its own unique color palette and biomes, along with extremely detailed skyboxes that give this sense of wonder that I don't get in many games. In Skyrim, you look around and it's just poop brown and yellow. All of the game's interior designs take inspiration from different space media, and if you're a sci-fi fan like me, you just love it, alright? Character models are a huge step up from previous games and look like actual people rather than sleep paralysis demons. Lip syncing is bad, to be honest, but it can be tolerable if you just read the captions and don't look at their faces too hard.
And with you by my side, I'm convinced that feeling will last forever. You're the best thing that's happened to me in my life.
Armor and weapon designs are extremely detailed and unique from one another, which makes the looting aspect of this game pretty damn good. Remember in Skyrim when you'd find the same Imperial Sword or Dwarven Axe every 5 meters? Well, in this game, you get to find the same laser gun every 5 meters. Yeah! The space environments are probably my favorite in the game because it's something you can't get in any other game. In any other Bethesda game. And I think that's worth mentioning. Number 2, gameplay. When you think about RPG gameplay, what comes to mind? Character building, variety in how you complete objectives, and item and inventory management. Look at a game like Elden Ring. Tons of skill points and abilities to progress your character, allowing for lots of variety in how you fight against enemies and bosses, and a huge inventory space that is kind of easy to navigate and use.
Man, what the
Or let's look at Fallout 3, one of Bethesda's games. Again, lots of skills to level into and use for your build. You can fight or talk your way out of a lot of situations depending on how you level up. And the Pip-Boy makes for a fun inventory management experience. STARFIELD, in many ways, is an expansion upon Fallout 3's RPG elements. There are so many, and I mean so many, skills in this game that you would have to be level 328 just to unlock all of them. No, I will not be playing that long. Combat is extremely satisfying here. Probably the best it's ever been in a Bethesda RPG. And the Persuasion minigame here is so much fun. With the huge variety of weapons there are in this game, there's always something cool to find that will help you improve your gameplay experience. Characters are dumb as hell in this game, and can be talked into doing just about anything. The actual new stuff that's been introduced in STARFIELD is the space travel and combat. We can go into further detail about space traversal later, but space combat is a blast. 1 minute, you're fighting a couple ships just to get them off your ass, and the next, you're entering an intergalactic war zone with hundreds of ally and enemy ships all fighting at once. At another point, I had just got done doing a heist for the Crimson Fleet, which is the pirate faction in this game, and as I was leaving the Star Destroyer I just stole from, it exploded in the background. enemy variety in this game is actually pretty impressive. Unfortunately, Bethesda didn't think to spread these enemies out more, so most of the game you'll be fighting the same guy in different outfits.
You all do the same thing.
But every now and then, you'll run into a freaky alien thing or a robot dog that's so fast it's terrifying. There's a lot of enemies to see, but you really gotta go out of your way to find them. Number 3, exploration.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
I mean, come on, seriously.
Yes, I'm serious! Okay, yes, I get it. You have all seen the complaints about the load screens and fast travel in this game. And yeah, it's a little tedious when you fly somewhere in your ship, and it takes a fucking century to load, but it's not a deal breaker. These games have always been built around loading screens, and this game is no different. Of course, it'd be nice to just fly anywhere I want, but there's still that sense of freedom despite the restrictions on space travel. Finding asteroid fields or random merchants and pirates across the galaxy is always a pleasant surprise in this game. Planet exploration is even better, with tons of handcrafted content from the developers, all with interesting characters, loot, and quest lines to discover, as well as some randomly generated points of interest. You can find these on the random planets that you visit that are in between the major questline planets. I just wish they wouldn't make us walk so damn far to get to them.
Oh my god.
You do get a feeling of loneliness and isolation while playing, but it's not so strong that you feel like there's nothing out there but you in the universe. There's tons of stuff to see, but if you don't want to spend time alone, that's an option too. I want space to feel big, but not empty either. A game like No Man's Sky kind of struggles with this empty space feeling for me. The entire universe is completely explorable, but it never really feels interesting or new, just recolored and remade versions of things you've already seen. So let me ask you, is it better to explore every inch of this massive universe because of the ideology that more is better? Or should we appreciate that Bethesda wanted us to get to their interesting content at a much faster rate and more game-like pace, similar to their previous titles? It's like ordering food at a fancy restaurant versus ordering at McDonald's. Sure, you can get a lot more food at McDonald's for a low price, but none of it is really satisfying. And no matter how much you eat, everything kind of tastes the same and doesn't do much to help fill you. But at the fancy restaurant, you might only get one steak for that same price. But that steak will satisfy you more than those 10 Happy Meals. And every bite you appreciate more and more because you know that some genuine care was put into cooking it. Or you can just be a fat ass and stick to McDonald's.